Hey people, Intred here, 2v2, Fend Unlock, the blue team. It's pretty angry. With two Warbosses, this is Alice, and we have Inekura. These guys walk through objects, fighting in melee, bringing offense, disruption, and support to the front lines. Even have the same color scheme, so I'm going to get very confused. On the red team, the Tenso is a plague champion. Starts off with a damage of a time bolt gun, can get to melee weapons, debilitates enemies, and supports allies, can also repair. And alongside LunaticRed and a Daemonhunter. Starts off with a bolt gun, a Psycho with strong control and support. Must be a Lunatic if he's working alongside the plague champion. They've gone straight to the mid and are capping stuff. So on the 2v2 version of this map, have a natural in the north for the blue team, natural in the south for the red team, and of course that contested with contested power and wreck right next to it. Also, the natural power is quite close to the natural VP also. One of the natural powers anyway. Triple sluggers up for Alice, double shooters for Inekura, more stormtroopers for LunaticRed. I think he's going to need some impact grenades to help control the slugger movement. There's a rift tear, that's useful. Might see a purgation as well. That's got to be pretty good here against the mob of orcs and the warbosses. There's a stomp, hits a couple of strike squad fellas, and now they're being chased off. That stomp did a lot of work very early in that fight. They couldn't really hang in there any longer. Daemonhunter's in a bit of a precarious position here. Those sluggers run, but there's more sluggers where those fellas came from. And I think the Daemonhunter's in a bad spot. He has to get out. He got special attacked and knocked over a couple of times there. He might have died. So he had to flee. Maybe some fetid armor for the Plague Champion to suppress these guys. Yeah, we're getting sergeants up on the stormtroopers already. Impact grenade should be pretty good here. Something running up the northwest corner. It's heretics from the Tenso to harass the power here. Wonder if they can get it bashed in time. Might be able to. Some sluggers here responding, I think. Looters on the way for Alice. They have rebuffed the orcs for now. Did they bash this, or was it just not loaded? They didn't bother capping the mid. They just wanted to fight stuff. Havoc's on the way for the Tenso. We have double sergeants. No, only one of them at the moment. Heretics. I don't think we're able to bash. I think that's a new generator. Oh, Empyrean Brain Mines chucked in by the Daemonhunter there. Damage and cripple enemies. Well, the Warboss fell over dead. There's a damage of a time effect from the mines. 496 to 451. Looters are indeed on the field with a death gun. And here comes Shooter Boys for Alice. Sluggers with their burners. Looks like it's to get some detection up, Alice pointing out. They can't see the mines. They need Shooter Boys and Knob Leaders. Inekura could get some Knob Leaders as well. Oh, look at that. Enhanced Custom Shooter, one of the rarest war gears to see. With some shoot 'em good on those Havocs, shutting down the heavy bolter guy with the stun. Sluggers okay? The Sluggers are okay. Daemonhunter's in a bit of a bad spot here. And runs, and the strike squad run. Are the blue team going to cap the mid now? There we go. They remembered about the capping. Just wanted to pile on pressure early on, I think, with the fighting. We do have double sarges on the two stormtroopers now. Heretics don't seem to want to approach the looters. They're not trying to get around yet anyway. Plague Champion getting some decent shots. And we do see fetid armor. Great piece of war gear, I think. To suppress for a really long time if you can stay in the area. There's Shoot 'em good again. And what's the raw DPS on this? 33.7. We've got Cyborg implants as well. 33.7 is pretty damn good. Especially since he keeps his melee damage, right? Yeah. Doesn't go down at all. Sluggers tearing through some stormtroopers. But now taking shots. We do have Return to War on the CSM. No use of the garrisons yet because of the burners being such a big threat. No purgation though for LunaticRed, just goes tier 2. I wonder if he's looking for melee Grey Knight Dreadnoughts. That'd be fun to see. Or some purifiers perhaps to meet them in melee. Could then get the Daemonhunter melee stuff going on. Boss pole here for Alice's Warboss. Buffing those rowdy orcs. We do have Havocs in the garrison. They can maybe stop sluggers with burners approaching with their suppression. How many burners did we get for Alice? Only the one. Do you see it for Inekura as well? What's going on over here? Strat Squad fella's able to shoot those sluggers to run. We got hide the guns from the looters. Infiltrated them. Plague Champion might die if they can open up. There we go. Not sure if he was close enough to die in one burst there, but he ran anyway. Havoc's able to suppress them. Maybe an impact grenade or two. They're trying to get close. And they're chucking both of them. That was actually pretty good damage off those grenades. They don't do as much damage as the grenades that have diffusers, of course, but that's pretty good. Sluggers getting torn up by ranged fire. And these sluggers bashing power now with use your choppers. Global buff from the Warboss buffing damage, melee damage and melee skill. Looks like they were already quite low though, and the heretics are fighting to the end, are they? Yep, sluggers go down. Alice was committed to try and win that fight, but didn't quite pay off. It is indeed a Grey Knight Dreadnought on the way for LunaticRed. Awesome. I wonder if he'll just go standard plasma cannon here. Starts off these days, of course, with a twin-linked heavy bolter rather than the flamer thing, the incinerator that it had previously. Plague Champion levels to 2. These guys looking for a power bash and a decap on the VP. They're backing off the stormtroopers a bit. Maybe thought more stuff was coming, but those guys will run. Now they can be a bit more aggressive. Get onto the power. Plague Champion can't do much to it. Can't approach to use Unholy Stench because they'll just use aiming what's that and suppress him. Here's the Grey Knight Dreadnought with that twin-linked heavy bolter. There it goes. Not sure actually what the DPS on that thing is. Doesn't suppress. Seems to be doing decent damage. Hasn't taken a model yet though. Bursts decently quickly as well. Strike Squad getting through onto the natural VP. Might be a triple cap. Nope, they've already taken this. Dum dum. Power, all the gens were bashed. Warboss with a big stomp. Animation freaked out a bit, but he got it gone. And now he's cleaving through the stormtroopers. Another dreadnought, this time rather chaotic one from the Tenso. Already gets some XP with those autocannon bursts. Sluggers almost wiped there actually. We do indeed have the plasma cannon up. Such a good upgrade. I really wish they would give it a sound effect though. Seems very odd firing in silence. 453 to 366. We may get the triple cap after all for the red team. War truck on the field for Alice. We got stick bombers on the way for Inekura. There it is. Transporting some boys around. They can also reinforce off it. Going to try and power bash with it. Last cannon in a bad spot. Has to flee. Now they can burn down. At least one of the gens is going to go down here. Dreadnought getting a flank though. Autocannon doing some work against the war truck's rear armor. It decides to promptly leave, which I think is smart. More looters on the way for Inekura. Perhaps to get beamy death gun going. We got one here for Alice. They've got 2 dreadnoughts to deal with. No sign of any tank busters. As I can't get a good shot there. There's that rift tear from the Daemonhunter. Haven't seen it that often actually. Some stun bombs from the stick bombers thrown in. They can use them to stun the dreadnoughts. It won't be a super long stun, but I think it stacks up for each grenade that hits them. Or rather, stun bomb that hits them. Friendly fire there. I mean, what's an Orc army without some friendly fire? Power Claw Warboss in to harass the Dreadnought. Here's a las cannon, I guess, for the war truck. does have the reinforced plating. Where is the war truck? Just sitting in the mid for now. Needs some repairs. I mean, they've got enough sluggers. Warboss may go down. Dreadnought may go down. Dreadnought does go down. What about the Warboss? Down also. Beamy Death Gun doing some really good work there. And now those looters can reinforce with the war truck if they want to. And there's the other beaming. More stick bombs. Missing all the things. Yeah, they weren't reinforcing off the truck there. I don't know if they were slightly too far away or if it just wasn't being done. Level 3 Daemonhunter. And there's tier 3 for Alice. Can this Warboss get revived though? He's only level 1, but he's, I think, fully kitted. I think he's fully kitted, isn't he? Because he's got Boss Pole and the Claw. Or maybe he doesn't have an armor upgrade yet. But he's still very nice to have on the field. Shooter boys forward capping on this west side. And Warboss decapping the VP on the south side. You guys will try to burn down gems. Maybe they can go straight for the node here since it's taken some damage already. Impact grenades coming in though, and the Strat Squad coming in who do have their Justicar. 378 to 335. Sluggers flee. Dreadnought was running over as well. Well, not exactly running. He's making his way. War truck going for the power bash again. There's burner sluggers inside, piling out. 2 of them actually. Oh, there's Touch of Nurgle. Touch of Nurgle on the Heretics. Global buff from the Plague Champion, making the affected models explode on death, healing allies and damaging enemies with knockback. War truck is able to reinforce those guys. If you can see, oh, they wiped. And that is a problem sometimes with using Touch of Nurgle. You're kind of incentivized to keep the squad in there. Sometimes you keep them there a bit too long. They could have been used with a bit of backup there. Dreadnought getting stunned a bit. Where's the beaming? There it is. And it's beaming. You might want to leave this area, Mr. Dreadnought. Is it stuck? It's going to die in one more hit. Down he goes. Both Dreadnoughts dealt with, I should say. Red team are heavily depleted now. Can the blue team take advantage? Plague Champion's had enough of this stuff. He's got the Plague Fist and Icon of Nurgle with the fetid armor. 378 to 314 on the VPs. Now taking some heavy cover to be annoying. Didn't use his Pestilent Strike though. Might have been able to get a cap with it, but the sluggers coming in probably would have killed him. Aspiring Champion CSM. There's tier 3 for the Tenso. And there's tier 3 for Inekura. They're all in there. Red team need to try and avoid the main Orc mob and cap what they can and pressure where they can here as they recover. You guys are ignoring the wreck point. Going straight for the VP and the power, I think. Warboss revives Warboss. This guy's fully kitted now with Trophy Rack for Inekura. And Alice, yeah, doesn't have the armor upgrade yet. Typically he kills models pretty damn quickly with the Power Claw, so he levels up quite well. There's some of that full auto action. Warboss getting a bit close. Runs off. Looks like Alice wants a battle wagon. Land Raider Crusader coming in for LunaticRed and a Chaos Predator for the Tenso. I mean, there's double beamies and the stick bomber stuns and the power claw. Still wants that Predator. See how it does. Crusader as well could be under threat, especially if they can get some rocks dropping in, although they've been using user choppers a few times. I don't have the red for that thing yet. 378 to 298. Looters almost taken down. That would have been great for the red team if they could have got them. Keep seeing these green effects from the mines exploding wherever they happen to be. Predator is up. The Tenso gets some heretics to help repair stuff. That's cannon. Did it get a hit there? Very difficult for a las cannon to hit infantry. War truck gets a bit of repairs. It's level 2. And I think just keep using the war truck to harass this power, I think. Looks like maybe they want to just fight head on here. Down goes the Plague Champion. Warboss just cleaving through stuff. Puts Ardboys on himself. And there's that Predator tank. Already has Mark of Nurgle, which makes it way tougher with health regen, more health, and melee resistance. Gets these Nurgle autocannon rounds as well as damage over time bolters. Stunned by the stick bombers. Beamies getting shots. There's a Crusader. Lots of good firepower on this thing now with the side cannons on top. Good damage on that tank. They had to back the hell off. With the double beamies there. What can they get to deal with that? Interceptors or Raptors or Bloodletters maybe? Some stuns. Strat Squad able to get all the way through onto the Orc Natural. The map looking quite red actually. Orcs being drawn into big mid-fights. I think the war truck needs to operate on these sides of the map like the whole game here. Try to spread the play. These guys got out and then left. Oh, they want to get into the battle wagon, which is flying around here. Okay, there they are. Battle wagon can roll around the map, bouncing, running stuff over, and occasionally it'll shoot things too. Look at that. If it doesn't flip over on its head at some point. Daemonhunter with the Armor of Damnation, which gives him a different look. Level 3. Beamy's gonna beam. There we go. A bit of stun bomb action. I don't think any of them actually hit the Land Raider though, or maybe it did. It's moving very slowly. Big zap gun shot there. Chaos Predators back. Nob Squad on the field for Inekura. Keeping their power melee choppers for now, but if they get their heavy melee hammers up, they can help pressure this stuff. Las Cannon. Might get run over now. There's that Death Roller. Knocks them back, and they had to retreat. Triple cap for the blue team. Map looking way, way bluer now. Yeah, the Hurricane Bolters will suppress you so that Nob Squad couldn't approach very easily. Chaos Terminators in the field though for the Tenso. Maybe with Lightning Claws, eh? Could fight alongside them with the Fist and stuff, and that Icon. Level 4. Triple cap against them though. And power bashing sluggers down here. Where's the war truck then? War truck's just sitting mid for now. Purgation on the field for LunaticRed. Soon anyway. Wonder if they'll just keep the incinerator on them. Battle wagon. I mean, it's very quick, so it could escape. It can escape a lot better than most other super units. Yeah, off it goes. Just bouncing around. Good little bit of harassment. Those guys almost got the cat. And just getting a decap is pretty good. This, that's the war truck. Plague Fist might get a couple of hits. Gets one. Warboss gets a nice decap on the wreck point there. And harasses the Chaos Space Marines. Level 3. Lost their aspiring champion at some point. Can he get a kill? Gets a stomp. Yep, kills that fella. And now he's got heavy armor up. 900 hit point bonus. You get some health regen as well. Now he's going to try and fight the Plague Champion. Oh, they're shooting good to stun the Plague Champion. Needs to use Pestilence Strike, surely. I didn't use it. 361 to 101. There is a Tempest from the Armor of Damnation. Slows units down, then silences them so they can't use abilities, and then starts doing damage to you. And it will go on as long as you have energy to channel it. Still the 2-to-1 for the Orks. Big stomp. Animation was a bit wonky, but he got it done. Yeah, the Crusader gives you health and energy regen, which is why you're seeing purple and green hexagons there. Battle Wagon showing rear armor with a slither of health. Very, very orky. Oh, Terminator's got the Warboss down. And now they've got to deal with use your choppers and Ardboys, sluggers. They're able to teleport the hell out of there, though. Got the War Truck with the conversion beamer. I thought maybe he'd keep the incinerator to help control the knobs and the war bosses and stuff. But he's got an anti-vehicle with it. Red team are decapping the mid. Can they sneak anything up here? Worth grabbing a Rhino, LunaticRed, to do that. That could be a game-changing thing. Nob squad are dealt with. That's a second Nob squad. That's Alice's. Inekura also has one. So that's the whole thing they have to deal with now. Warboss comes in, harasses things. Can they get a cap? There we go. Battle Wagon getting repaired. It's going to take a while though. Got 2,700 hit points, which is pretty damn good for something that's that fast. Isn't that more than a Phobos? Slugger's level 2. Trying to brute force this cap while the Plague Champion smacks him around. And he got it. Plague Champion got level 5. Gets on the VP now. And Marco Zint CSM coming in. Very useful damage type against the Nob squads. Of which there are 2, only one of them with hammers. You may see them make a beeline from one of the vehicles. Looter's taken out with a beamy. That was good. The combi bolters of the Terminator is doing that. They do have an auto cannon. They did not go for the claws. And now they're in a bit of trouble with 2 Nob squads on them. Able to teleport away. Not especially far though. Here comes some backup. Down to 34 VPs, the red team, sorry. Looks like something has got on the blue team's natural. Nob squad is suppressed. Terminators are happy to fight them for now. They don't have that much support actually, so they need to be very careful. Okay. They were reinforcing off the Land Raider. Battle Wagon running stuff over in the mid. Looks like it was the Daemonhunter that got the decap on the natural VP, so it's a double for the red team. Can they hold the mid though? I think they can. Probably. Warboss is here looking for a fight. Goes straight for the Stormtroopers. Probably killing one per hit. He's thrown Ardboys on himself. Almost got a rear armor smack on the Predator there. Irrigation. Couple of good hits. He can use the Psychic Assailment buff. The Daemonhunter on those guys maybe has done it already. Warboss is going to wipe them though, so it doesn't matter. Levels to 4. Uses a stomp, but can't quite get away. 306 to 31. Red team having to take their natural back again. Looks like we got touch of Nurgle on these guys. Exploding. Used it to force off the sluggers and the warboss there. And they get the cap. It was a double against them. Mid turns blue. They could not hold it. Down to 15 VPs maybe running out of time. This needs to be an effective push on the mid. Plague Champion might need to use his fist to get the cap here. Terminators are on it. Do they have time? Lots and lots of Daka. Plague Champion is also capping, I think. So 1-to-1. Battle Wagon goes down. They got it. Bunch of explosions. Would be helpful if the Crusaders face the right way. There we go. So they can bring the Psy Cannon to bear. Nob squad almost wiped. Pretty low. Red team with the 2-to-1 cap. Only 5 VPs remaining though. Alice is down to just a Nob squad though, so possible to hold on. Crusaders up for the Daemonhunter you may have spotted earlier. These guys unique to the Daemonhunter. Got their little acolyte warrior guy in there too. Chasing all the way back to base. Damn, says the Tenso. GG. These guys get a decap, 1-1. Are the Orks going to concede because of Alice's losses, but trying to recover. Not GG quite yet. He can't abandon the mid completely though. Okay, Crusader's making its way back. Plague Champion's here as well. Level 7. Just over 1,000 hit points though. He doesn't have his Armor of Pestilence. Going on over here. Oh, some Rift Tearing. Oh, Tempesting, sorry. On the double shooters. Couldn't get a decap though. And the looted tank is on this VP now. Can they stop it? The decap, I mean. Everything rotates across to try and defend. It'll be pretty tough though. Pretty tough. This thing still has Frag Assault, doesn't it? Or did they take it off? Okay, knock the Warboss down with Frag Assault. No, I don't think it has it anymore. Still has the launcher tubes on the top though. Single cap for red. The Daemonhunter did get a decap on that VP. That was huge. Warboss toughing out the cap here. Level 6 with that heavy armor. Can he get it done? He does get it done. But then he gets taken down. And there's the 2-1 for blue again. And that clutch cap by the Warboss gets the game. GG indeed. Both the Warbosses down at the end. They fought their little green hearts out. Level 4 and level 6. Level 7 Plague Champion. Fighting a Knob Squad at the end there. And a level 7 Daemonhunter. Could he have got a melee weapon that would have made some differences? I mean, the Rod of Retribution is always pretty good, isn't it? The Force Rod thing. For that disruption and the silencing. Because if you silence a Knob Squad, they can't use their Frenzy and that kind of thing. But we'll never know. The Crusader did well. The tank did really well. And I think it was closer than the 250 VPs remaining would suggest. Thank you all for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this one. And I'll see ya next time.